What's going on, HobbyLink International? My name is Ben and welcome back to the bench for another episode of our K't'inga class Klingon Battlecruiser. Today we are going to be moving in and I'm hoping to go ahead and start getting some of the windows done and the lights going. So as you can see here, this is what we've got so far. We've got just a kind of a basic mock-up of the front kind of globe area, the bridge area, and then that neck going back to the main fuselage. So far so good. We still have to come in and glue on that upper dome there for the bridge, and of course glue in some of the side details. And we do have a little bit of work to do on the lighting around the front and around the sides. So this is going to be probably the biggest section we're going to work on today. Now speaking of that, I did go on, I picked up some LED strips. Now my hope is to use these and kind of add them to the inside of not only the front bridge area, but also the kind of globe section with the photon launcher in there and add in more lights, get this thing looking a little bit brighter. So as you can see though, this is designed to run off of 5 volts and this is what we've got here, 5 volts. So I'm hoping we can just run everything together off the same battery pack, but we won't know necessarily till we test these out. So I think that's the first thing. We're going to go ahead and test them out and make sure these work. So luckily I have another battery pack just sitting here off to the side. It is 5 volts, so that is awesome. We're going to pull out our 3 AA batteries here, swap them out to the other battery pack, and we can go ahead and test it and see how these work. So let's go ahead and swap them out and let's make a quick connection here and see what they do. And oh yeah, check it out. So those do work. They are the cool white, just like the other LEDs there in that area. So I'm hoping it's going to match. So now that we know that this works, now we can figure out how to go ahead and get these inserted into the front section of the ship. Also, as I mentioned, we do have photo etch, and I'm going to go ahead and start kind of cutting out some of the photo etch for the windows, and we're going to go ahead and start drilling out the plastic so that we can get these windows to work. Now, the interesting thing is the windows don't line up exactly with what we have in the plastic. The photo etch has a little bit of a different spacing. So let's go ahead and jump into our first time lapse. We're going to start working on getting these cut out of the PE fret, and then we're going to get into the windows on the plastic. We're going to drill them all out using, anything we've got, X-Acto knives, drill bits, sanding sticks, anything we've got. We're going to drill them all out. We're going to get these lower kind of globe area windows ready to go. Then we can test them out with our photo etch and see how they line up. So let's get in there, guys. Let's go ahead and see what we can do and let's drill out some windows. So we're back and that went decently. It took a long time to do, but I wanted to show you guys what we've got here. We have a little bit of a mock-up just for this front bridge area with some LEDs plugged in. We've got our 5-volt battery pack right there. And again, I'm hoping to run them off the same battery pack. So let's go ahead and just light this up and I'll show you guys what we're talking about. So flip this switch on. As you can see, we have a single LED light strip right there. But we're going to have to add in 2 of them because this only covers the very center. So we're going to have to go and do a little bit more work, but you can kind of get an idea. It is quite bright. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So I think we're on the right track. We will have to add in 2 LED strips, one for the upper portion, one for the lower portion, and they should fit just fine here in the front of the bridge. Then of course we'll have to add in some on the lower section as well, and we'll have to go ahead and chain them all together so that everything works. It's a lot of work so far. I've never really tried to light anything this complicated before, so there's a lot of prep work that goes into that. So let's go ahead and let's test fit a couple of these LED wires, kind of give us an idea what this looks like and how everything's going together. Then we can jump back into a time lapse, and I'm hoping to go ahead and continue our light prep inside the globe area, get all the rest of the areas drilled out, cleaned up, and then we can install our LEDs and LED strips on the inside of the area. So yeah, lots of work to do here, guys, but let's keep going, see what we can do. Here we are, guys, we are back, and I'm going to go ahead and install the LEDs from the kit LEDs here into the front section of the ship. As you can see, I did airbrush the entire intersection white just to help with any stray light so that it bounces around and hopefully helps to illuminate a little bit more of the different front areas. Again, I don't know if that was necessary to do, but you know what, we're going to do it anyway. I'm also going to go ahead and test these LEDs from the kit and make sure that we've got everything plugged into the correct areas. We've got one light that shines through the front. We've got two that shine around the inner portions. Seems like it's not enough, right? So that's why I wanted to add in those LED strips, just so we have a nice bright front area. Plus it'll match with the upper bridge area as well. Now about these LED strips, what we have to do with this is fit these in between the window and some of the supports on the upper and lower section of this globe. And to do that, we're going to have to be a little clever. We're going to have to cut out some supports, kind of open up some channels. And then once that is good, we can string that LED strip lighting right around the perimeter of this center section. So I just have to go ahead and measure out. I have to add in these lower lights. And to do that, we're going to have to do a little bit of testing and get out that soldering iron so that we can get everything ready to go and start soldering up a couple of these test wires. Again, I just have to do a little bit of trimming, just a tiny bit here between some of the locating tabs and the outer hull, and we will be good to go. So let's go ahead and jump back into another time lapse, probably the last one for today. Let's continue working on these lower decking LEDs, get this all ready to go, and then test all the front lights and see what it looks like. All right, let's keep it rolling. All right, Hobbylink International, here we go. As you can see, all of the lights are lit up. We've got our strip lighting, we've got the kit lighting, and boy, it looks pretty cool. You'll notice though, I can actually lower the intensity just a little bit by adding in a tiny resistor. So I think it might be better to add one in. Though with everything running at the same time, it might actually be just fine leaving it without the resistor, because I'm going to be running it off of one LED battery pack and it might dim it well enough that I won't have to add any extra. I don't know yet. We'll find out once I get to that step. As you can see though, all the LED wires are nicely positioned. Everything is plugged into place. I did not glue it down just yet because I wanted to test everything. But as you can see, we've got a single connection point from the lower and the upper portion of that front hull. We've got our LED strip lighting facing out through these openings that we cut today. Now all we have to do is glue in those photo etch there, and it should give us a nice, crisp, clean looking windows, which is awesome. Again, I just had to cut out a little bit of extra plastic between some of the locating tabs and the hull so I could slip that LED strip right in between the two areas, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. Now for the kit lighting, we do have everything plugged in. I'm running that off of a separate battery pack just to test everything. We've got our single LED right here for the front photon torpedo launcher. We have two in the back here that will illuminate the rear floodlights, and then the LED strip lighting should take care of the front of it. So I think that'll be all right. And then of course, everything in the upper bridge area is all nicely glued into place. We've got two facing backwards. We've got this strip lighting in front and then one up in the very top for the bridge. Yeah, we're getting there. Now taking a look at the front of the bridge area, we do have that plastic piece ready to go. We've drilled out all of the openings into large sections, and that's going to allow our photo etch to go ahead and give us nice, clean, crisp windows. And that's going to be probably the trickiest part, is gluing this down. And a little bit of super glue, we should be able to get it all nicely in place, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And of course, this section right here is the lower portion photo etch, and this is going to also be a little tricky because everything here is curved. And of course, the photo etch is flat. So we're going to have to go ahead and not only bend it in a circle, but also give it a little bit of a bend from top to bottom to kind of bow it out slightly to match the curvature of this front globe. So it's going to be a little tricky, but I think with the front section and the photo etch around the lower decks, we're going to have a really cool looking front section. Then of course everything will string back through the neck and plug eventually into the circuit board. Right here we'll have all of our connection points. The battery pack is supposed to be into the rear hull, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that and lower it down to the base and eventually get everything working, and I'm hoping it's going to look okay. But I think that's going to do it for us today, guys. We've done a lot of work, a lot of tedious drilling and sanding and cutting, so I am pretty good to go ahead and call it quits. Next episode, we're going to come on back and see what else we can do and work from this neck all the way down to the hull. See if we can't get everything buttoned up. So until our next episode, guys, thank you so much for watching. You know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool, and we'll see you back here on episode 4 for the 1/350th scale Klingon K't'inga Battlecruiser here on HobbyLink International. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.